What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man, Solace, the humbled wise one. Now, today I want to do this very important video. Hopefully, this is the video that the whole world sees, because this is the most important video of all. This is the whole point of my teachings, this video here. Now, the title of this video is We Are All Spirits in Hell. And I know that's the most horrible thing that you could possibly hear. But it's a deep thing you have to grasp, and it's the most truest thing you'll ever hear. This place you're in is hell. In those stories that you hear of the fallen angels being cast out of heaven and all of that, well, that is explaining how you got here. But it'll make more sense as I go deeper into this video. Now, before I go into this video, I want to read this chapter out of Matthew in the Bible. Now, Matthew 16:19 says, I will give you the keys of heaven, and whatever is bound on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever is set loose in earth will be set loose in heaven. Now, I just recently did a video breaking down AIDS, and I said, if they made AIDS and gave it to a man, then that means the solar system got AIDS, because the life is within the life. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. A lot of things I say is written in whatever you believe in, no matter what it may be. But it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Now let me get into this video explaining to y'all the dreadful fate that we are all spirits in hell, living here eternally. Grasp. The sperm is the spirit. It's a deep thing. You're going to understand. Now, I want you to ask yourself these questions if you're having trouble believing that this is literally hell that you are living in and you have been condemned to live here. If you're lost in understanding that, I want you to grasp this. When Satan and the fallen angels were cast out of heaven, where did they come? To earth. Here. There was no one here. This place was made for them, and they were cast here. Now, the deep thing is, when they were cast here, what did they do? They made it hell. And this is how you need to understand why they deserve to be here. Because they caused a ruckus in heaven in the orders of life. So they were cast to a separate place. Now, they could have made this separate place heaven. And in that, they would have been glorified and been let back into the allness of the life. But that's not what they did. They were cast out of heaven for trying to make hell. And then when they were cast into this empty place that they could have made whatever reality they wanted, they made it hell. This is why they deserve to be here. And it's a deep thing if you're wondering, well, I didn't do nothing, why am I in hell? We all take our part in making this place what it is. Everyone. And this is why you deserve to be here. Because you are those fallen angels of the past. That's how you got here. You got to grasp. It didn't say they were all men. But the sperm is the spirit. And they will live in hell for eternity through that. So when a man dies, he has children. And they have children. And they have children. It's a deep thing. Y'all will grasp as I go deeper. Now, if you're having trouble believing if you're in hell, I want you to ask yourself, why is everyone waiting on a Savior to save them from this life? If you're not in hell, If you're not in hell, why are you waiting on a Savior to save you? I don't care what your religion is. You're waiting on Jesus, Isa. Some people don't believe in anything, but they're waiting on death. And they believe in death, they'll get a new chance. So why do you have this yearning that someone's going to save you from this place, or you're going to get some type of new chance if you're not in hell? If this is not hell, why does everyone believe this in one way or not? It's truly a deep thing. Y'all need to really grasp. Here's another one. When Jesus descended into hell for 3 days, what did the people in hell do? They were begging him to save them. Now, what do all the people here do now and always? Oh, yes, Father God, Jesus, please, I beg of you, blase, 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 blase. It's the same thing. The book is describing where you are. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. Everything that you're reading happened already. That's why you're reading it. Now, what is Earth made of? Our core is made of molten rock, and the surface is crust. Now, the description of hell in the Bible is fire and brimstone. Well, molten rock is stone and fire. And then we have our crust. And you know all things that burn, they get crusty. So it's a simple but deep thing you have to grasp. We are literally living in hell. Now I want to get into the descriptions of hell so y'all could truly grasp in totality what I'm trying to tell y'all. Now I'm going to use different religious beliefs of the many different people here. So we don't have to just get caught up into Christianity and the Bible. I did a lot of breaking down things from that perspective. But we're going to move on to other religious beliefs and their descriptions of hell. But we're going to do one more description from the Bible before we do that. And it's in Revelations 14:11. And it reads, "And the smoke of their torment ascends up forever." Now, y'all have to grasp. We've polluted the earth completely out. And it's pretty much like a furnace here, and the smoke rises. If you're looking down on earth, between the cigarette smoke, the oil drilling smoke, all the building smoke, car fume smoke, this is our torment. This is what kills us. So it's a deep thing y'all have to read. But let me finish the verse. Now, it says, "And the smoke of their torment ascends up forever, and they have no rest, day or night." Now, what do people on earth here do if this is not hell? Because people here work day and night. Now, you have to grasp. Some people work at nighttime here. Some people work in the daytime. But in the whole, people on earth work day and night without rest. Meaning, as a whole, people always work here. Because some work at day, some work at night. But there's never a time where everyone rests. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Now let me finish the verse. It says, "And the smoke of their torment ascends up forever, and they have no rest day or night. They worship the beast in his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name." Now you have to grasp. They worship the beast in his image, and they worship whoever has the image. What that means is, y'all worship money. Grasp. This is the image of material things, in pride, in placing yourself above others. This is the beginnings of that. And this is what Satan and the fallen fell for. So you have to know where you're at and what's what. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. That is the image of the beast. Now, money is spelt with an M. Revenue is spelt with an R. But the symbol for money is basically an S, with two lines going in it. In Satan, Shaitan, whatever you want to call them, it's a deep thing y'all must grasp and ponder on. Now let's move along to another description. In the Wikipedia, the description of hell is a place of torment and punishment. Now, what goes on in earth throughout all of the history of earth? Men being tormented and punished by other men. For God's sakes, we have prisons. Think about that. We have prisons. Think about slavery, how men were hung and tortured, how men are tortured now, and things are being blown up. And so this is the history of earth forever, a place of torment and punishment. No one feels like, oh, this is a great life. Everyone feels like, man, this can't be life. And this is why people are waiting to be saved by something. But it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Now let's go into the Zoroastrian beliefs. And they believe that hell is a dirty, filthy place where the food is bad and spoiled. Now I want y'all to think on that. Because what's the main complaint of everybody in these times? The food is bad. See, you have to grasp. Food comes from the farm, then it has to get processed, and then sent to the stores. That takes time. During that time, the food spoils. But of course, they inject it and do what they need to do to keep the food looking fresh. It's like a dead body. You embalm it and it make it look like it's not decayed, but it is. So we eat rotten food. You eat dead meat, and it's a deep thing. Watch some of my videos. Y'all understand what I mean when I break down how all food is life. But the food here is bad. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. No matter what description of hell you get, it's going to be describing this place. Whatever you're reading is talking about this place. That's why you're reading it. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. Now, in Norse mythology, they believe that there's 9 worlds in the tree of the universe. So they believe the universe is a tree, so to say. And there's 9 levels of this tree. And each level is worlds. And in the hell world, you have many different places. And one place is called Niflheim. And how Niflheim was created, it was created from a freezing place, which was called Niflheim, colliding with Muspelheim, which was a fiery world. In the fiery world and the freezing world colliding together is how you got hell, which is described as earth, called Niflheim. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. The descriptions of hell is always here. But let's go a little deeper. You have a verse in the Quran where they say hell is lying in wait. This is what hell is, lying in wait. Now what is everyone doing here? Waiting to die. You don't know why you're here. You don't know nothing. You just work and do what you need to do so you can be a baller. Pretty much everyone's just waiting to die so they can get the true meaning of life revealed to them. But you're in hell. You have to grasp that. You're going to always be in hell until you grasp something. And I'll break that down at the end. Now, in Hinduism, you have Naraka. Naraka is basically all the places of hell. So Naraka is the all of hell. Now, within this all of hell, you have a place called Mahararava. Mahararava. It's like the worst place of hell. And in this place, It's a place where sinners gain at the expense of others. Basically slavery. And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. It's describing earth. Now, in the Mayan description of hell, you have Xibalba. And it's a deep thing. Basically, Xibalba is the many places of hell. And in the many places of this hell called Xibalba, the gods torture the spirits. And it's a deep thing, because one of the tortures that the gods do to the spirits is they cause the dead body to turn into a skeleton. And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. When men die here, they are not buried correctly. Therefore, they turn into a skeleton. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Everything is done wrong here. And it's done wrong here for a reason. Because this is hell. And the longer on in time it goes, the more lost people get. But it's a deep thing. I want to go a little deeper. Now, another description of hell is men will be tormented by devils and demons in hell. Now, all y'all talk about here is ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and aliens. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Y'all are tormented by these things. Now, it never said that the devils and demons that would torment men in hell were real. It just said they will be tormented by devils and demons. Things of their minds will torment them. And all y'all talk about is ghosts, ghouls, and goblins and things y'all know nothing of, but it torments you. You believe it so much, it's a deep thing you have to grasp where y'all are. It also says in another description that they will be deaf, dumb, and blind in hell. Now, I said in a video prior to this one that semen becomes breast milk. Now, you can clearly see they are very similar, but blind, deaf, and dumb. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. All the things I say mean nothing to y'all. But it doesn't mean what I'm saying means nothing. It just means where you are. You're the living dead. Blind, deaf, and dumb. You don't grasp nothing. Who truly hears people when they talk? Nobody. Does anybody here know the point of life and how it works and why we're here and the sperm is the spirit? Did anybody ever tell you these things or know anything? No. And you know that. Why is it that you're born and you don't know nothing? Because you're in hell. Y'all have to understand. These books are talking about here. All these different religious books y'all read, anything you read in it, it's talking about here. So if it's talking about heaven, if it's talking about hell, it's talking about here. When Jesus is supposed to bring heaven, he brings it and places it on earth. So anything you hear or read about in the Bible is talking about this place. And it's basically explaining to y'all how you got here, which is hell. And it's a deep thing. That's why the Bible talk about somebody coming to save you, because you're in hell. And that's what the whole point of everything y'all reading is telling y'all. You're literally the living dead, a dead spirit living in hell. Life is eternal, but you can still be the living dead. This is why you know nothing of the life you're a part of, because you were cut off from it and you're in hell. And this is why there's nobody you can ask, because they're in here with you. And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Now, I know a lot of people be struggling when I teach, and they say, man, I don't understand. What's the point of the things he be teaching? The sperm is the spirit. What does all that even matter? Well, the sperm is the spirit matters because you're in hell. And in order for you to get out, you need to understand how you got there. And it's a deep thing y'all must grasp. We are all the fallen angels that fell from day one. Now, they never said they were male or female. They just fell. And I want you to grasp, when they fell to hell, we are them. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, how are we them? Well, you have to grasp, the sperm is the spirit. The fallen angels were cast into hell for eternity. Their spirit. Now, when you die, your conscience will be erased clean and recycled over, but your spirit will stay here through your offspring. The sperm is the spirit. You have children. They're going to have children, and their children is going to have children. And your spirit will be here in hell forever. That's what that means. So when Satan fell into heaven, what was Satan? A male. And the sperm is the spirit. And we are all one of those fallen over time. My children are me. Grasp that. When I die, my spirit will still be here because the sperm is the spirit and my sperm's still here. And everybody you see, whether they're a woman or a man, they came from sperm, meaning they're a sperm cell. Whoever you see is a sperm cell. Now, the first person that was cast into hell was what? Satan, a male. So you have to grasp what I'm telling y'all. We are all in hell. And this is how you got here. And the reason you're here is because you continuously keep making it this way. Grasp. You were sent to hell because you didn't know how to act in heaven. Now, I'm speaking of you as you are the fallen because that's what you are. And you got to understand where you're at. So you fail all those in a time so far back where y'all can't even fathom to remember. You was a fallen angel that was kicked out of your macro divine estate and sent here to live in hell. And you would be here forever through your seed. Grasp. The angels could have fell, came here, made it heaven, and lived forever without reproducing. Grasp that. But they decided to fall into the lust of the flesh. So now they begin to have sex and reproduce. And they teach those they reproduce the lost ways that they have, making this earth the hell that you see now. And this is why they're in hell, or you're in hell. We're all here. This is why. Because we continuously keep making it more of a hell. Grasp. When they were sent to hell, or you were sent to hell, we all, the fallen, when the fallen was sent to hell, they didn't have to make it hell. They could have made it heaven. And in them doing that, they would have been released from this place. Because there would have been no reason for you to be here. You move in the orders of the life. There's no need for you to be cast or cut off from it. You were cast and cut off from it. And then you continue to do what you do. And when you look around you, you can see what you do and why you were kicked out. But you still don't see. You like, I don't understand why I was kicked out of heaven and cut off. Look around what you have done. This is what you will do there. And you still don't grasp. Because you are being killed. So the devil and the fallen first, all of them, they died. But they still here because they had seed, which is their spirit. Repeating this existence all over again. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. This is what it means by eternity. And this is why people have to grasp and understand. We have to change the way, we have to change this earth and get it back to a paradise where there are no buildings and people are ruling over one another. We have to all do this. This is the only way we will be freed from this hell. Grasp how deep that is. The only way we can all be freed from hell, meaning when you die, your conscience will be wiped clean, recycled over to the life for something useful, and your spirit will still be in hell lost, recycling itself, meaning offsprings. My kids will have kids, so on and so forth. And you will be here for eternity. If you take everybody that you got here and you date them back to their father, it'll probably go back till about a small handful of fallen angel motherfuckers from that story. The few became the many, but they still the few. And it's the same test. You're on punishment. We put a place here for you. You have to stay here because you don't know how to act. And then you make that place hell, proving that you don't know how to act. And then we all now say, well, I didn't do nothing, so why am I being punished in hell? Because you are them. And you continue the same process. Why haven't we cleaned up the earth? Why is there not peace here? Why is everything we speak about violent, negative, etc., etc.? Because this is hell. If men didn't reproduce, they would live forever. You don't live forever because you keep giving your spirit away, reproducing it. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. I may not grasp that part, but just grasp this, man. We're all in hell. Everybody you see. And this is that reality that you read about. You figure the story of the fallen angels is from a time that has nothing to do with this time. This place we in was made for those in the macro that fell. And we are them eons later. So lost that we don't know we them. We like, I ain't no fallen angel. What the fuck? That ain't even a real story. Yet you're here. In the description that was given to you and you don't see the correlation. You like, nah, that's not here. I'm not in hell. I'm not blind, deaf, and dumb. But if a man says, how does life work and how does all this work? You have no clue. But you're not blind, deaf, and dumb. And you're not in hell. And this is not the fiery lake or the fire and brimstone that you read about. This is not that. And you're not one of the fallen angels. There's no way you could be one of the fallen angels. Even though you know the sperm is the spirit and everybody is a sperm cell, meaning in understanding the sperm is the spirit, you can understand how you live forever in eternity in this place. Because your spirit is left here. Through your children. Those are your spirits. It's a deep thing. Everybody's in hell. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, damn, Solace, you in hell with us. I know. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. If y'all don't grasp, I stay in hell. With y'all. It's a deep thing. Y'all truly have to grasp what I'm saying. The only difference between me and y'all is I know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't grasp. It's a deep thing. Just imagine if the devil realized, Satan, the first one that was cast into hell, just imagine if he realized he fucked up. Eons later, like, damn, I fucked up. How does he explain that to them? Those that followed him. Now, I'm not saying I'm Satan. I'm just saying I'm in hell with y'all. Why? Doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is you here. And the first thing you must grasp is deal with self. Because until this place gets cleaned up and it appears as a heaven to all the heavenly beings, you know, the macro things y'all call planets, until these things look down on this place and see it as a garden, your spirit will never be back one with the life, and you will never have a clue what the hell is going on in this life. And when you die, you'll be done. Truly grasp that. Your conscious, wiped clean. If you don't have your memories and your thoughts, you don't exist. So once that's wiped clean, you're done, but your spirit is still here, meaning your children. If you don't have children, I guess you're worse the fuck off. Now, you don't have to feel bad and say, why would this happen to us? I just told you. We can fix this life up fast. But men are not going to, because they make revenue. They make the devil off this place being this way, where men are being slaved out and have to work all day and night. The hell that was described to you, we make it that way. Y'all work day and night because y'all choose to. Now, I know you like, I don't work all day around the clock, but you work either day or night. Sometimes you do overtime. Sometimes you work day and night. But you're always working. In the whole, everybody here works. Everybody's tormented. You've never seen anyone happy, fully in bliss. You've never seen that. That's not even real. That's why y'all say the Kundalini is that. And you get light popping out your head and now you're in a heavenly blissful state and no one can interfere with that. You've never seen that and you never will because you're in hell. And it's the deepest thing you ever going to hear. It's the ugliest truth that y'all ever going to hear. And I know everybody presents to y'all beautiful knowledge, but it's a lie. Do you feel good? Or do you feel the turmoils of this place? Now, when I tell y'all, man, everybody got to stop working and take care of the life and live off the life and stop ruling over one another, this is what y'all must grasp why I'm saying that. Because until this place looks like it's supposed to, we going to be here. Simple. And you ain't going to remember being here. And it's that fucking simple. Mind you, we don't have to be here. Why we're here? Look around you. That's why. Because you're either making it this way or you're doing nothing to stop it from being this way. And the reason why is because you have no clue where you are. It's a deep thing y'all got to grasp. This is why the things I teach is important. This is why the sperm and spirit is important. So that you can grasp, man, I'm in hell, and the reason why I'm in hell is because the spirit keeps being left behind. And the conscious goes. Meaning, you have your whole life to bring change to this world, all of us. We were all born given the chance to make this place a paradise. And pull or try to get others to make it that way. But we don't. We go according to the way it already is. This is why you're here, and this is why you deserve to be here. And this is why you're gonna be here. This is why I be saying, don't work. You gotta suffer to get what you want. Mind you, y'all working is already suffering. And if no one's working, then no one needs to look at anyone like you're a bum or you're a bum because everybody's the same. It's a simple thing. You only feel low because y'all work. And when y'all work, some get more than others, and then this creates status. And then this creates people feeling low. And then they begin to do low things. And those who feel high, they begin to look down on the low. And we all go with that. Even when I say, yo, we need to get land and take care of the land and learn from the life. This is why I keep saying you got to learn from the life. So you can grasp the buildings, concrete, and all this shit got to go. All the stupid, dumb things that's happening got to go. It has to look like it's supposed to. So that the all can know that we're ready to be released from hell. You got to show and prove. You can't say I'm ready to be released from hell and you don't even know you in hell. So how you ready to be released? It's a deep thing. That's why y'all got to start looking within self and how fucked up people y'all are and the fucked up things y'all do. Because in you doing that, then you can understand why you deserve to be here. And then you understanding that you deserve to be here will make you pull to do things to not be here. Meaning get this place cleaned up. Y'all so focused on going to work and getting rich and getting success, not realizing that you gonna be here. You can't take that with you. You cut off from the life, so you're not going with the life. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Truly deep thing. Some of y'all are so completely lost. Y'all probably think this video is a joke and it just sounds good. But I want you to ask yourself, why is this place like this? Because of the people. Those that make it this way. And then you have those that don't do nothing about it being this way. So this is why you belong here. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. It's your main man, Solace, the humble wise.